Alright, and we're back. We're back. I guess we'll save the delete this challenge. Maybe I'll do that off run? Like, no, you know what? Let's continue. And we'll cross our fingers that it doesn't explode. Whatever item that we just picked up, we're not gonna pick that up this time. We're just not. We're gonna leave it be. Let it stay there and be just... Oh, Kronos! You missed the game crashing. It was exciting. How are you doing, yo? I hope that life is treating you well. We are back with the new stream. And we're gonna hope that this one doesn't explode. Isaac is not like the... I wish that it was more stable, but I have a feeling that this challenge in particular is a little bit hard on it because basically every effect is randomized. So it's probably more likely to introduce some kind of game-breaking bug by accidental design. But we're just, that whatever that last item was, we're not gonna pick it up. And hopefully that'll protect our sad little run from exploding. Because we don't want explosions. They're always a problem. But I've been asking, I don't know if you heard, because there's always like a little bit of lag, but you'd mentioned that you'd gotten in kind of a rabbit hole of manga recently, and is there anything in particular that's interesting that you're reading? I don't even know, besides like Spy vs. Family, I don't know any new manga going on at the moment. I've been reading through One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Dragon Ball, and a couple of others, and I've finished the first half of Tokyo Ghoul. How was Tokyo Ghoul? Because I remember that having kind of an interesting look to it, but not quite enough that I actually went and picked it up. I tried Chainsaw Man, and it wasn't for me, but I could definitely see... I could appreciate it for what it was. Like, I could see how it was a good manga, it just maybe wasn't my good manga. I've never actually read any of Dragon Ball myself. I've been watching Spy X Family weekly, planning on picking up the manga in July when the anime Core 1 ends. Everything I've heard about it is just being that it's this amazing, delightful little piece of manga goodness, and that the anime adaptation as well is quite strong. So it's one that's on my list. Spy Time's Family is a hell of a time. All I've seen of it so far is just like being fan art and memes, but it does look delightful. And I am here for delightful. I find delightful to be a big mood, as the kids say. Kids probably don't say that. It's pretty good so far. It's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a more relaxed slice of life story. You know what? Honestly, I am. Like, I could definitely do with a little bit of that. Which reminds me, I've got a copy of Yotsuba 15, and I mean the volume 15 of Yotsuba. It's not like a spin-off series or anything. Although Yotsuba as a teenager would be an interesting spin-off series. As far as I know, there's no plans for that in that direction. And I still haven't even taken it out of the shrink wrap. It's so shameful. The one I'm reading right now, or at least attempting to read, is Hellstar Remina, which is a Junji Ito jam, and it's very much a Junji Ito jam. Like, it's got his greasy fingerprints all over that. As for Tokyo Ghoul, the manga is infinitely better than the anime. It's actually extremely good, but it's very hardcore sometimes. Hold on a second, let me kill this worm before I read it. Well, that's one way to do it. Especially towards the middle. Okay. So it's kind of like soft start, soft end, rough middle. Are we just like turning shit into chaos cards if we can't pick it up in time? Because I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, fudge. I just realized, because we had that episode, or the stream break, I'm going to have to put all this together in Blender, and I hate that. I hate everything about that. If you didn't like Chainsaw Man, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's an amazing time, through and through. My issue with Chainsaw Man is mostly the dynamic between, the titular Chainsaw Man and his boss, whose name I don't recall at the moment. Like, there's a lot of, I don't know, like, I know the relationship is intended to be ick. That's, like, the whole point, but it being the whole point doesn't stop the fact that it's extremely ick. I think it would be less ick if Chainsaw Man were A, not 16, and B, slightly less gormless about the world, because it all just feels very manipulative. And again, I recognize that that's the point, but it just feels like a little bit of a lot. Chronos says, I watched the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul when it aired and thought, hey, that was pretty good. I'm sure it'll get better later on. Only to hear the anime gets worse as it goes on. You know, it's the strong start, crappy continue is certainly a thing in anime. Pancake says, Ghoul is good start, good middle, good end. It's more so really gory and bloody towards middle. Oh, that part doesn't bother me so much. Like, I don't generally mind the gore. Oh shit. Okay, so we're randomly spawning enemies now. Good to know, good to know. This is my favorite kind of item effect. But we're also randomly throwing erasers, so... Tokyo Ghoul Season 2 is almost non-canon. It has parts from the manga mixed in, but... Oh my god. Why the fuck is this happening? But really changed up in a weird way that makes no sense. Okay. Is this an issue where, like, the manga wasn't completed when they were doing the anime? Because that's definitely a thing that happens with no small amount of frequency. Blah 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 blah. I know that, like, Soul Eater was like that. Like, the manga was going on when Soul Eater was still kind of midway through. And, FMA was like that as well. Or at least, wait, what was the one? Like, I keep on forgetting what was the good Full Metal Alchemist and what was the crappy Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood was the good one, right? The manga was completed or near completion when Season 2 happens. That's weird. Wait, why do I keep on getting hurt? Reminds me of Promised Neverland, where they just straight up cut arcs? Never watched. I've heard Promised Neverland being, one that really disappointed a lot of people. Stop hurting me! I mean, just the random hurting is not appreciated. No, like seriously, they're just doing damage to us. The manga was completely finished by the time Season 2 ended. Or by the time Season 2 happened. Weirdsville. Well, I wonder what's going on with that. I just want to beat this challenge. Game, it's asking so very little, because this challenge is, as the kids say, super pain in the ass? I think that's the phrasing that the kids use these days. Oh god. This is not fair. You can't be just adding enemies to a room after I complete the room? That's what complete means. Oh shit. This game, it's just fucking with me. I feel like this is revenge for me doing such a terrible job losing a run earlier this afternoon. It has great action scenes once things pick up, and an intriguing story and great character development and character interactions. The side characters get a lot of screen time, which is amazing. That's pretty cool. Usually side characters kind of get shuffled off a bit there. Oh, for fuck's sakes. This run. Like, everything about this run. We could buy both. I have no idea. Well, I don't know what any of this means. Cross says I haven't been reading much. Mostly just keeping up with Dress Up Darling. Okay. Another one I've heard good things about. And Dress Up Darling does have a main character who has an industrial piercing, as we've mentioned before, and that is awesome. Os! Hey, how you doing, yo? It is a pleasure to see you tonight. I hope life is treating you very well, very kindly. We are currently struggling through one of the more annoying challenges of Isaac. And it sucks. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Please stop. Yeah, I was trying... What... Do I have anything like that's on my reading list? Moving on through... I'm moving on, though. Dragon Ball is weird so far. I'm still early on, not even chapter 20. I picked it up since I needed something to read between the current One Piece arc that I'm on. Okay. I mean, there's just, like, lots of Dragon Ball. So I have a feeling like you could be reading that for a very long time. Okay, now... Why do we keep on just taking damage? What is the... Is there an issue? I don't think there's an issue. Okay, that was a noise. That was certainly a noise that I'm not sure how I feel about. Yeah, aside from Remina, like I've still got like an issue and a half of Nakano Boogie Boogie Woogie to read. I've got, oh crumbs. What was the, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the post-apocalyptic slice of life android running a cafe series. It's like a really old one. It's a fairly famous one. And there's the Yotsuba one too that I haven't read through. Like, just the stack. So many. So very many. Oh god.
Down.
I'm on chapter 670 of One Piece? 670. 670. That's a lot of chapters, is all I'm saying. That's maybe too many chapters. I'm starting to think like maybe if you can't get your story told in that many chapters, it's maybe need to work on like efficiency. Also, I have many knives. Why do I looked away from the screen for like 2 seconds and now I've got 6 million knives and now they're gone. Why did you take my knives? I was very pleased with those knives. Now I'm teleporting. What the actual fuck? Please, let's stop. Okay. There's 1,050 chapters currently and it's ongoing. See, that's way too much for me. To tell you the truth, we're gonna die on this run because this some item that we picked up is just giving us damage randomly all the time. Oh, it's Hive! It is though. I mean, I know that's kind of a personal preference thing, but I can't. Even David Foster Wallace could tell a more efficient story than that. Only long manga I can keep up with is JoJo, and that's mostly because the part system allows for soft resets. That's fair. Personally, like I tend to find that once a manga gets beyond about 25 volumes, like somewhere between 20 and 25, it's really hard for me to maintain my interest in it, even if it's really good. Like I was getting a little bit salty with Soul Eater, and I ended up dropping it like 2 volumes before the end because it looked like they was starting up a whole nother arc. And I was just like, I can't deal with this shit. 102 volumes of One Piece. Let that man rest. Just let him rest. You think it's badly paced or too long, but it's actually genuinely extremely amazing. It's my absolute favorite series. Like, I mean, straight up, if it works for you, that is super cool. Like, I honestly think that, and I'm glad whenever somebody finds like media that clicks for them, regardless of like length or whatever. I mean, provided that media is not like really spooky fashy stuff like the Turner Diaries, but like for me personally, that's just, I couldn't. Ghostslinger, how you doing, yo? It's a pleasure to see you. We're trying to do the delete this challenge and it's, oh god, that sucked. I'm being deleted by the delete this challenge. This is what real cancellation looks like. The newest JoJo fighting game trailer says it'll be on Steam. I wonder if Ludo knows about that. I mean, if we give it about 20 minutes, Ludo's probably going to end up showing up, so you can always ask him then. I'm 100% sure it has better writing than horses are supposed to represent courage and freedom. And to cut off its head, that's America right there. That's so bad. That line is just... And it's delivered with, like, all the aplomb and conviction of a high school play. And I don't know if that's supposed to be on purpose, Hive. Oh, fudge. Ghost, because, like, we've got 3 or 4 different topics on the board at the moment. Which have you not heard of? Just so that I'm sure. Is it the challenge or one of the manga that we're talking about? No idea if it'll have rollback netcode, so they might not be interested in it. That's fair. Pancake says I totally understand the length issue, but it seems Oda really loves this world, and it's a really expansive world. So... Ocho. I take breaks, but I'm going to get caught up with One Piece one day soon. That's really cool. If Oda's still getting something out of it, like... As long as they're not forcing him to do it, that's really cool. Okay, so Ghostslinger, how the delete this challenge works is that every item in the game is completely randomized in effect and appearance. And when I say completely randomized, I mean like it's all just mixed up into one big bag. It's not just like, oh, you pick up breakfast, but actually it's Tammy's head. Because that's the April Fool's challenge, which also sucks. This is like, okay, 3 different item effects are all crammed into one item. You get to guess what it does. It's an amazing... It can be really fun. But it's just as likely to be a giant pain in the butt. So right now we have some effect that just randomly does damage to us. Just for no reason. It just does damage to us. Well, that would be more in the delete this, in the April Fool's challenge, where you could pick up something that looks like Brimstone, but it could actually be Ludo, or vice versa. This is just like, everything is glitched out. So the item appearance doesn't make any sense, the item effects don't make any sense. Things just happen, and you just kind of have to deal with it. So I had, like, I've done this on a couple of different files. Okay, so we're dead. Like, there was no reason that happened. We just died. I had this on a couple of different files, and one time I picked up an item that just made me giant permanently. I was invulnerable to all damage, and I dealt, I think, 3 or 4 times my base damage on contact to every enemy. So you could just walk into stuff and it would die. And that's all. You just walk from the beginning of the, the challenge to the end of the challenge and win it. And I was like, that's cool. I've also done this challenge before and had it be like, okay, so now every time you pick up a key or a bomb or a coin, it immediately transforms into a giant homing rocket that homes in on you. So basically, don't touch anything. Oh, rabbits! It's wonderful to see you, rabbits. I hope that you're doing very, very well. I hope that life is being gentle on you. I saw that you were closing down your Twitter account because it was kind of connected to your Steam. And I freaked out because I only saw the secondary message and I was like, oh my god, Rabbits is disappearing. What the fuck? Then I saw the first message and I was like, oh, they're just closing that because they're not streaming anymore. That makes perfect sense. We're all good with that. I was very confused. Pancake says, it's not forced, or so it seems. He's had the ending set in his mind since chapter 1. It's estimated to end within the next 2 or 3 years. That's honestly pretty wild. And I can respect that. Like, if you know, if you can keep that like kind of plotting, that arc in mind, and have that much to work with, or even if he's doing like, I've got these points that I want to hit through the story, and then like improving the middle bits, but making sure that they, they connect and they've got a good flow and they're actually building up to the points that he wanted to get to way back in chapter 1. Like, either of those would be really quite impressive. That's... Oh, don't worry about it, Rabbits. It's no problem at all. Today's just been a very... Every day is just a very confusing day, frankly, honestly. So, I mean, you didn't really add to that. Or, like, you didn't add to it in any particularly negative way. Especially since all I had to do was open up the tweet and see the preceding tweet. I was like, oh, okay. So it was a very momentary freak out. Pancake says, dude teased an arc 10 years before it happened. He knows what he's doing. That's very wild and also very impressive. So he's like, is he like the anti J.J. Abrams? Wait, J.J. Abrams is the dude who did Lost, right? Rabbit says, I think the ending has gotten some really strong build-up in the chapters too. I heard Oda checks fan wikis to know which attacks his characters have and keeps some plot points open so that he can conveniently... Excuse me, I had a bit of like a burp hiccup there. So he can conveniently connect them to new chapters. That's slick. Which, that was a weird, like, little bit of a slight dizziness for a moment. Wasn't there, like, a dude who was kind of the reverse of that? Who was, like, checking wikis and then changing the story because fans had guessed out the ending? I feel like that's a thing that's happened, but I don't, like, I have no context for that data point. So I don't remember if it's, like, a game or a movie or something. I think his SBS part also is amazing. SBS. Super Boy Socks? Soft bunny snakes? Like, I don't know what SBS stands for. Oh, it's the Q&A part. Okay, that... Oh, why is it called SBS? Is that like a manga industry term, or is that just what he calls his letters column? I remember Scud the Disposable Assassin. The letters column in Scud was called Let the Firing Commence, because if you say it fast enough, the comments sounds like commence, like start the shooting kind of thing. It wasn't really a good pun, but you know, I appreciate the attempt. It's Japanese for I am taking questions. Hey. Oh wait, there's a response to me? What did I miss? Oh, hold on a second. I got, like, coffee on because I am super foolish. I was feeling kind of down yesterday, and I needed to do some requisitioning. And I thought to myself, well, I'll just requisition some coffee along with this body lotion that I need. which was a mistake. Also, weird. So the body lotion that I got was basically the same brand as the one that I had before, because I always buy the same shit unless it goes south on me. Except, like, the bottle that I've got this time specifies, like, really clearly that it's the non-greasy version. Except the previous bottle that I have doesn't have that, which makes me wonder, like, was the last one the greasy version? Did I accidentally get the greasy stuff? Oh, Hirunet, is a pleasure to see you. I gotta catch up on a little bit of stuff. Cross says that'd be disastrous. Fans 99% of the time have far more interesting fan theories than what the source has cooked up. Fair enough. Rabbit says, for example, there was a character in the Alabaster arc that comes back in the Prison Break arc, which is 4 arcs later, plays a huge role. Kind of like if Ash in Pokemon actually got back to the Pokemon he left behind. I think Ash needs to go back to the Sandshrew trainer, like way back from Season 1, because Sandshrews are awesome. Also, I would pay good money to hear the Sandshrew trainer say that 3 times fast. Just one more time, say, Sandshrew, get in the poo! He, like, the English dub, he's got this voice to him that I just love. SBS stands for Shitsumon Oboshu Suru. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I got it. Hiruda says, I was finishing a DS9 episode. What fabulous IP were we discussing? We were discussing One Piece. And don't feel any need to, like, rush or nothing. This is going to be just a challenge stream tonight. I'm going to be doing challenges, and probably I'm going to be doing delete this for the whole stream, unless it decides to be nice to me. Hopefully it won't crash again this time. I'm going to have to put this in, the VOD's going to have to go into Blender, and it's going to take like 12 years to render. I hate that. I hate using Blender to stitch things. Peggy says, I think you mentioned another writer the opposite to Oda. It could have been J.R.R. Martin, who had been writing a 6th Game of Thrones, or whatever, series book for like 12 years. It wasn't Martin that I was thinking of. Although, I mean, I guess Martin's kind of in that. But the dude who did Lost was like, had no idea what was going on with the series at all, and was just like basically making it up by the seat of his pants as he went along. But because of the serialized nature of television, like, you got to keep on continuing that, so there's about like 6 bajillion plot threads that never got wrapped up. I didn't watch Lost, but I got to hear a lot of people whinge about it. I didn't mean that to sound as hipster as it did. I just didn't really watch a lot of TV when Lost was on, which doesn't make me sound any less of a hipster. I should just be drinking PBR or something. God. What do hipsters drink besides ironically drinking PBR? Like, do they have a non-alcoholic drink that they ironically drink? Lost was indeed J.J. Abrams. Woo! Trivia Brain comes through! Go Trivia Brain! Chrono says, if I recall correctly, Araki more or less writes his stories as he goes, which leads to some interesting results, good and bad. Gotcha. And Hiruna says, I do recall Sherlock straight up insulting its fan base in one episode. I heard about that. I think I saw like a video essay about that, but or at least something referencing it. Oh my, wait. Rabbits, I don't know if you're doing a pun or if, like, this is real, because, I mean, for all I know, there could be a tea in Germany called Matey. But Hive, see, the thing is, I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm almost a year. I'm 1 month off of a year. Well, I mean, a month and like a couple, like a month and a couple of weeks. I'm a month and a half off of a year with no alcohol. Pancake says I was a baby, young child when Lost was airing. I'm quite the youngster. I mean, enjoy your youth, Pancakes. Which is not, I feel like that's like a backhanded thing to say, like enjoy your youth because adulthood's gonna suck. And I don't want you to take that impression. Adulthood doesn't have to suck. The world does make it difficult, but I have the feeling that the world makes it pretty difficult even for the youth, so, you know, I'm not kind of like discounting that, but please, by all means, don't worry about being a youngster. Indeed, I am wooting! It's not a joke, but the English pronunciation is really funny. Okay, because, like, there's the whole bit in Paper Mario where, like, all the toads have T in their name? Isn't that it? Like, there's QT and Fruity and... Or am I just, like, completely remembering that wrong? I could be... Like, there's, like, toad... Pun-based toad names. Like, Tasty. There's a Tasty toad. Wait. What am I missing here? Hive says, would they drink sarsaparilla because that's what people say root beer is, and they want that ironic detachment? Sarsaparilla is not the same thing as root beer. They are different things. Pancake says I'm about to be 17 soon. I've been preparing myself for adulthood soon. Well, congratulations on the soon to be 17, just in case we don't catch it before your birthday. And hopefully the final year of legal childhood will be gentle and treat you with kindness. Don't feel like you have to be like super adult on the day that you turn 18, because please trust me, it's a very long process. I'm still not there yet, and I'm 43. So, but I kind of feel like there's this pressure, like, you know, you turn 18, it's like, oh, I'm an adult now. Got all the answers. And people expect you to have answers. It's okay not to have answers. Like, I still don't. Fucking hell. You know, it's like, I don't know, some people get like a book or something, how to adult, and they just adult. I don't know how the fuck they do that. Like, maybe now I know what it is. Now I know what it is. See, in my school, and I imagine in many schools, we had a senior skip day tradition where, like, all the seniors would just, like, fuck off for a day and just not go to school en masse. I bet that's the day that they handed out that fucking book. If they have a senior skip day, don't skip that day. Skip the other day. Make sure you get the book. I know, right? Wasby, seriously though. The Toad puns in Paper Mario are really strong. I've just been like wandering around. I've hardly even looked at chat. I feel so shitty. I am so sorry. Also, welcome, Wasby. It's a pleasure as always. Chronos says, just don't make half-assed life choices like me and you'll be a-okay. Chronos, don't scare. Okay, first off, Chronos, don't rag on yourself like that. This is a no self-deprecation zone, because that shit gets to be a habit, and it's not a long-term healthy one. Also, I don't think you made half-assed life decisions. But let's not terrify Pancakes before Pancakes makes it to 18. Hunan says, also, is it true that Japanese people find a certain type of root beer drink product to be vile and gross? I've met very few Japanese folks who like root beer in general. I don't know if there's a particular one, although I wouldn't be surprised if there were, like, just one root beer maker that got kind of on the market here, and since it didn't take off, there wasn't really a lot of penetration for other companies. I think maybe A&W? I've never seen a Barks here. Barks is fairly decent root beer, and I don't think I've seen a Heinz either. So it's probably A&W, because A&W is like the big brand that everybody knows. The Toad things remind me of the Frost 5 and SMT, if I'm thinking of the right group. Maybe? Probably? Like the Frost, the Jack Frost, they do have like a certain punniness to them. Pancake says I'm not planning to become too adult, but there's more to that, like getting a job and taxes and shit, so I'm looking forward to that. Taxes and shit, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel all kinds of ways about taxes. Like, I do believe, and quite strongly, in collective payment for things that help society, because, like, you know, if you're gonna have healthcare and shit like that on a nationwide scale, then yeah, you're gonna have to pay for taxes. But it's like a lot of the taxes don't go to that, and the folks that ought to be paying taxes that could actually help, they do so manage to not. So also, I haven't had money to pay taxes in a while, and I'm pretty sure the Japanese government's probably pretty pissed with me. But like, I can't shoplift taxes is the thing, so it's kind of a problem. Kron says A&W is pretty good over here. I like A&W. I like root beer in general. I'm just trying to think of like, because you don't really see a lot of root beer here. Like if you go to an import shop, you can find root beer, but I don't know if I've ever seen root beer in just a plain old supermarket. I just caught your comment about going thirsty rabbits. I'm just like scrambling to get caught up because I keep on getting knocked off track. Hive says I'm just being reminded of the Jean-Luc Picard quote, but you told me not to scare pancakes. I don't think it's scary, just sobering. Well, I mean, like, let's be kind. Is all. Chrono says I love Activision Blizzard because they always pay their taxes. Kronos, are you like, are you joining the stream from the mirror world? Is it the one where cops actually help? Pancake says it was the Frost 5, Bee Hawaii Frost, Melon Frost, Lemon Frost, Strawberry Frost, and Milky Frost. Weird. And Hiruna says, paying for firefighters and public health, education, transport, infrastructure? Yes! Paying for overinflated military police departments? Nah. That's very much my feelings, Hirunda. Like, if we're forced to work within these kind of government structures that we have at the moment, and, you know, at the moment is key there. I mean, I would like us to evolve to something that's better, but, you know, in the sense of working with what we've got, like, yeah, pooling our resources together and making sure that those resources go to the people who need it the most. You know, folks who are in need. Services that should be helping everyone, like health and infrastructure, public transportation. Like, yeah, like that's cool beans. Just, it doesn't go there so often. The German version of that thirsty joke would have been even more funny, because the term for not getting any action for a while is literally Durststreck, aka thirst stretch. Is that related in any way to thirst trap? Also, I finished my cigarette yonks ago, so now that I'm caught up with chat, I should probably actually do a run. Oh, Kronos, I don't want to number your days. I just want you to, like, could you open up a portal for the rest of us? Because, you know, the not mirror world kind of fucking sucks. Germans sound pretty damn thirsty. Not intentionally, but it has a nice accidental connection. Okay. It's weird how languages link up, and I do enjoy weird linkages. I'm sorry, did we just kill everything in one button press? Because I would be pretty happy with an item that just lets us kill everything in one button press. That would make this challenge easy, and I'm okay with that. Now, I want to save this item for the boss, and we could test it there. And if it kills the boss in one hit, without even having to aim, I'm perfectly down. I am super duper down. I would like to move on to an even more annoying challenge. Oh, it did not. So maybe this is just our room clearing gun, and we actually have to, like, kill the boss? Rabbit says, sorry to disappoint, but Germans are pretty prudish unless you're a thin student in your 20s with expendable income. I have been 2 out of those 3 things, so it must be the income that leads to thirstiness. Because I was, like, not thirsty in my 20s. Chrono says, hey Rabbit, did you ever get to giving Marimashita Iruma-kun a go? Just curious is all, no need to answer if you don't feel like it. Okay. I know that's a thing that we talked about, and I just do not remember it at all, so that's okay. Not yet, but I've been watching... I haven't been watching anime recently, except with my GF. Okay. Okay, so we do have an item that kills everything in a room, every 2 rooms. This is nice. I'm gonna go with nice. And by nice, I mean amazing, and this will make life so much easier. Wait, I've got a nope button? Oh, okay, yes, you're right. You're exactly right. I do have a nope button, and it is wonderful. Particularly after that last run, because that last run sucked. Oh, Alice, how you doing, yo? It is a pleasure to see you, as always, and I hope that life is being very gentle to you. I'm trying to, like, decide if I want to whinge about the sadness or not. Because that movie is a lot. And I'm just wondering, like, how to frame it so I could have as few content warnings as necessary. I don't, by the way, necessarily recommend the sadness. Although I don't necessarily not recommend the sadness. I'm kind of many minds about it. But it is extremely very much. The movie from 2021 Taiwan, right? Yes. Also, you could probably best elevator pitch it as a live-action Taiwanese crossed adaptation. Because that is exactly and entirely what it is. It is not a jot nor a tittle more nor less. So whether or not you're going to want to actually watch it is going to be very much determined by how much you would want to sit through an hour and a half of Crossed in live action. Because that's all you're gonna get. It does have, like, it's got a couple of good bits. The subway bit is actually, like, fairly... I'm not sure if tense is entirely the right word, but unnerving. like almost the entirety of the subway bit up until the Fountain of Blood. After the Fountain of Blood, and it's just kind of like, it's all cartoons from there. But, like, all of the lead up to it is kind of a lot. Now, the second half of the subway bit, you could structure the subway bit into 3 parts. One is, like, really gross old guy, being a bit of a sex pest. Which is, you know, it's gross, but it's real world enough gross to make it kind of a thing. It's kind of everyday horror. The second bit is actually in reference to a 2014 stabbing incident on the train systems in Taiwan. And that's the part that probably works the best as horror, because it's fairly horrifying. Once you get to the Fountain of Blood, it's all pretty much downhill from there. Pancake says, I can't really comment on anything since I haven't watched a movie in a long time. The last one I watched was the end of Evangelion, which, if you're familiar with, was a whole thing of its own. End of Evangelion, for better or worse, like, actually tried to say something. I don't think that the sadness is trying to say anything besides people are filled with a lot of blood. How much blood can we actually get out before the censors tell us that we have to start cutting things? It turns out an awful lot. There's a lot of blood. It's very much blood. End of Evangelion was uplifting in a strange, twisted way. That's a take. It's been a long time since I've actually sat through End of Evangelion. It might be actually like going on 15 years at this point, but isn't End of Evangelion basically like an entire rejection of all the growth that Shinji has done throughout the actual Evangelion series? Couldn't tell you why on the spot. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't know if I should recommend or not before you rewatch it, but Dan Olsen has got a particularly good bit on End of Evangelion that kind of encapsulates a lot of my feelings about it. That's a biology fact. Rabbits. I hadn't really considered that, but I mean, yeah, that would make some sense. Oh fuck. Oh crumbs. Wait, what? What just happened? I am so fucking confused. So, wait, if I pick up that item again, is it gonna be glowing hourglass again? I hate this challenge. I hate it so much. And I just want it to be over. Ioi, I believe, was Shinji rejecting his growth in progress. Oh, fudge. Hold on, let me kill this jerk. And I'll read that as soon as I get done killing this jerk. Because he's a jerk. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sir, this is actually a Wendy's. This is not, in fact, a Wendy's. This is just my apartment. I am entirely lacking in chili fries. Ergo, not a Wendy's. This is the thing that we just got, and it didn't work, so... Hold on a second. Pancake says, EOE, I believe, was Shinji rejecting his growth in progress, which leads into the whole, you know what, without spoiling it too much. Yeah, and a detail and a point that Dan Olson repeats like 4 or 5 times throughout that video essay in this just absolute hilarious deadpan. Wasby says EOE felt to me like the creator, Hideki Anno, going, you weren't happy with my series end, huh? Well, here you go. And that's kind of a part of it too. It's like, alright, all that stuff that you said you wanted, here it is. Here's everything that you wanted. Take it and eat it. Hive says, hi, it is I, the person who's here to tell you to watch the entire show, the original ending, EOE, and then the rebuild movies to get the full weight of Anno saying, no, please, stop being otaku, let it go, and live life. Live, be free. Like a bird. I told you if we gave it 20 minutes, Ludo would be here. Ludo, it is wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very, very well tonight. Kronos, I have to ask you. Risk of Rain 2, is there a new area? Because I was watching something, it was like, it was on Reddit, and it was like, there was a lot of big boxy structures. It was kind of the same color scheme, but a little bit lighter than the, like, Redwoods looking area. But there's like 4 or 5 new areas? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? They can't just go and add 4 and 5 new areas on me? I'm gonna be so behind the curve. Ludo, I am glad that you are doing very good. That makes me incredibly pleased. Hyde says, to paraphrase Run the Jewels, I told you all on Evangelion, and then I told you again on End of Evangelion, and you still didn't believe me, so here. You know, I support that. I have no idea what Run the Jewels is, and I honestly just assumed that it was like a podcast. I'm assuming that it's not in fact a podcast now. God, just let this challenge end. It's paraphrasing his part of an RTJ song. I told y'all on Return of the Jedi 1. I told you again on Return of the Jedi 2. And you still didn't believe me, so here we are. I thought there was only one Return of the Jedi. Look, I realize that the 80s were a long time ago, and my memory is not good, but I was assured that there was just the one Return of the Jedi, the one with all the Muppets in it, which makes it automatically the best. I just remember me and a friend kept joking about congratulations, and I still occasionally reference it. Omedatashi! Omedatashi! So much. Minus the 5th area, there's a new area from stages 1 through 4. Man. Well, that's good. That just gives me things to look forward to when I've finally got the money to buy a DLC that's not out for the PS4 anyways. I think the sequels are about Return of the Jedi, which is a type of beholder. And now we're back to cool your jets. Everything loops. Still not sure why cool jets would be a good thing. You're not gonna be able to fly with cool jets. You'd just be fucked. You'd fall out of the sky. I never watched Sailor Moon, so I can't say anything. Sailor Moon is fabulous and was part of my morning ritual going to high school. It was Pokemon and Sailor Moon. We're caught in a time loop. Is this a JoJo reference? It might be. What have I done? What have I done? I accidentally ate the item that was erasing rooms for us? Why does this game hate me? Why does it actually hate me? Ludo, it's because of people like you that we're getting a Morbius too. So I hope you're freaking proud of yourself. Everybody was like, ah, let's run with this It's Morbin time joke. And then Sony goes and greenlights a Morbius too. Wait, for real? Thank God? We're not getting a Morbius 2. That post is a shitpost. Thank God! I was worried. No! Wait, are we on... Wait. Pancakes, I need to check, okay? Because the world is already poisoned. And also, I kind of spent my young adulthood with the Onion, so... Are we unironically liking Morbius? Or are we ironically liking Morbius? Or do we not like Morbius, but we're saying that we like Morbius? I'm very confused right now. Rabbits. Rabbits. It's all fun and games on my end until somebody in my household asks me to watch Morbius with them, and I am deathly afraid of that day. Just, every time Jared Leto's on the screen, imagine that it's the Joker. As far as I know, Morbius is incredibly average, but I've not seen it. I just like the part where they say it's Morbid time. Hey, I'm Morbid over here. Oh God. Why though? Why though? In seriousness, I haven't even seen a clip from Morbius. Probably for the best. God, this is just... Wait, Ludo, are you serious? Did you actually watch the Morb? Can you Morb out for us? The post-credit scene has dialogue right out of the first draft. I heard that there's a joke in it that's supposed to reference Venom, but they cut like the first half of the joke, so it doesn't make any sense at all and just feels completely random. And I kind of love that, but also hate it at the same time. The perfect... I can't read any of this. Well, let me kill this thing before it pees all over me. Because we're not doing that kind of stream. Alright, good. The perfect way to watch Morbius is by having your parents link the TV to a computer to watch a theater cam tip bootleg of Morbius, which happened to a friend of mine. I hate that. Ah yes, Jared Leto, who's most known for his groundbreaking role as Joker in Suicide Squad, in which changed hero filmmaking for eternity. Hold on a moment. Jared Leto is best known for his groundbreaking role as Jordan Catalano, the statutory raping creepy boyfriend of Claire Danes in My So-Called Life. And Angela Chase was just far too good for him. And really shouldn't have been anywhere near him, but did get us the immortal line, "It's like I've had Jordan Catalano surgically removed from my heart," which a friend of mine and I could not stop saying throughout our, like, freshman year of university. Jared Leto is most known for being an urban... Wait, what? Jared Leto is an urban legend? Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Chrono says the frogfish is one of the fastest attack speeds in the world. The fastest recorded speed to trap prey is 0.006 seconds. And I almost read that in Japanese, and I feel very confused. Wait, was Brad Dourif in Urban Legends? Didn't he play the gas station attendant, which is like the only part of Urban Legends that I actually remember? Rabbit says Jared Leto is best known as a one-hit wonder in the music industry, and also being the one hit I would wish for if a wonder occurred and a genie appeared before me. I mean, he does get beat up a lot in Fight Club. I would say it's the only good thing in Fight Club, but it's actually really kind of brutal and uncomfortable, so I don't know if it really qualifies as a good thing. I mean, I don't like Jared Leto, but it's, you know, it's very much a beating. It's kind of hard to watch. I'm not sure how I got here. Has to do with Spider-Man, I think. I'm still figuring this place out, but a bunch of guys like us should team up. We could do some good. So... Okay, but, wait, like, hold on, my brain hurts. Like, my brain meets, they feel very squiggly. Are you, wait, what? Alice, what? Alice, no! Alice, no! So, does Morbius say about the Spider-Man? Or is that Vulture that says that about Spider-Man? 'Cause, like, what the fuck? I don't even know. Ludo says that, and Martian Manhunter showing up at the end of Snyder Justice League convinced me that post-credit scenes should get you banned from making movies. I mean, I think that the utility of post-credit scenes has long since passed. Okay, so at least that makes a little bit of sense. Because I was kind of worried... Now I've got hiccups. Fuck me sideways. I was kind of worried that somehow Morbius knew about Spider-Man, which just didn't make any sense to me at all. Also, can we very briefly talk about the fact that why the fuck does Venom show up in Spider-Man's universe when, like, he wouldn't know anything about Spider-Man? I thought all the people who showed up in Spider-Man's universe were people who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man? Venom didn't even know that Spider-Man was a thing? I hate it. The more I think about it, the more I hate it. But there's like so much in this conversation right now that I hate that it's hard to pull apart. Eminem voice Venom. There's entirely too much going on right now. Why am I not shocked? Why I'm not shocked at all. Yes! My mental stack is kind of dealing with an awful lot right now too, so you know, it wasn't that hard to push over the edge. was a whole other thing I was going to talk about tonight besides the sadness, and now I don't remember what the fuck it was. I'm curious to know which band is into NFTs. I'm pretty sure it's like, it's your favorite band. Whoever, like, whatever band fits into the value of that. Fish facts are like they're just magnets to me. Magnets, how the fuck do they work? Were you gonna decide whether Sadness or No Way Home was the more enjoyable movie? Sadness. I am being deathly serious here, and the more I think about the Sadness, the less I fucking like it, and I still enjoyed it more than No Way Home. Easily, hands down. And I'm more than willing to unpack that, but I actually have to take a bio break, or it will be a problem. I'm going to take a bio break. I will be back in 2 minutes. Give me a second. Please continue talking, by the way, so there's a giant chunk of text for me to untangle when I get back, because I actually love that shit, but I will be right back. Where's my lighter? Alright, we are back. Pancake says... Wait, let's go back 2 steps further. Alice says we should talk about Shin Ultraman instead. I don't really have any context for Shin Ultraman except for the fact that Anno is doing it, so hopefully it's good. Pancake says, Leader's Joker performance inspired everybody on Earth to put aside their differences. All wars ended, no more harm, nothing but peace and happiness. After Morbius came out, aliens visited. We got access to tools making it across the universe, and this led to Jared Leto, our Lord and Savior, being elected Supreme Leader of the Universe. God bless Jared Leto. That would be 1,000 times funnier if Jared Leto wasn't actually the head of a cult. I mean, it's still pretty funny, Pancakes, but, like, also it just feels like you could put that on a pamphlet, and that would just be something that Jared Leto's cult would put out. Magnets happen... Rabbit says magnets happen when you got electricity. Well, I do have electricity, so that works. Well, we need a electric eel fish fact. Hive says, the more I think about the 3 movies I want to compare, the more sad I feel. Oh, yeah, the Top Gun 2, No Way Home, and Doctor Strange 2. Kronos, don't make fun of my pronunciation. It happens sometimes. It'll happen to you. There is a lot of text, and I do love it. What's the wildest 180 we could take the conversation to? I was gonna say pancake recipes, but we've got pancakes in the chat, so that wouldn't really be that wild. RRR. Risk of Rain Redemption? That can't be right. Morbius 2 will enlighten all of humanity and unlock the full potential of our minds, leading us to ascend to the heavens, become celestial beings, and therefore have the ability to make Morbius 3. I hate all of that. Pancakes, I hate that. Wait. Is there actually... Wait. Red Redemption. Okay, never mind. Wait. Hold on. RRR. Is that an Indian movie? I feel like that's, like... I know I've seen something with that acronym in it recently. I know I heard somebody talk... Well, didn't hear, but saw on Twitter somebody talking about an RRR. Yes, it is. Okay, so I kind of sort of know a little bit about that. Which is to say, I know it's a thing that exists, and I know where it comes from. That's about it. And Hive, the sadness is better than No Way Home, because at the very least, the sadness gave me an opportunity to say, no, but actually skull fucking would it work like that? And you have no idea how few times in my life I actually get to say those words out loud. Is it spelled RRR? Do you just go like RRR? And RRR is an acronym that started off as the initials of two leads and the director of the movie, because it was a big deal that they were all working on the same project. Interesting. Wait, where did what go to? Rabbits? MiHoYo's next game is called Zenless Zone Zero, so would that be read as ZZZ or just sleeping? It could be ZZZ, and involve many zombies. You know where it came from, but where did it go? Where did it come from, RR? I mean, it's Indian, right? I mean, did Hive and Alice just said that it's Indian? Oh my god, Hive, thank you! Because that was in mind, and I wasn't sure if anybody else would even get it, so I didn't bother to say it. Now I know I should have trusted my gut and just ran with it. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Morbius is a vampire, Pancakes. You're not careful, it's gonna drain your sense of humor dry. God night, Jared Leto. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. The original Top Gun is such a boring movie and propaganda, but also a very boring one. But it has extremely homoerotic volleyball on the beach. It kind of crept up, Kronos, which makes me imagine it's probably going to disappear any day now. Oh, did we just spawn a botfly? And can we keep this botfly because they're amazing? You're not wrong, Alice. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Top Gun being particularly good. The sequel had beach simultaneous football. what... What does that mean? I mean... Do you mean like there was 2 football games going on simultaneously? I mean, isn't... But why? What? Is Top Gun 2 better than Stealth? I hate that, Hive. I hate everything about that. That is... No. That's not how that works. I heard about SXF in December. We're just making up acronyms now. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, Spy Tie's family. Never mind. Okay. Stealth is the one with the evil AI. Yes. The evil AI takes... I'm not used to seeing it written that way, Alice. But the evil AI takes over a plane. It takes over a stealth bomber, and then it needs to be shot down by the auspices of Cuba Gooding Jr. I will not tell you if he's successful or not. What just happened? Did that even do anything? Street Fighter times Fallout. That would kind of be badass. I'd be fine with that. Oh, but they did. They made a Top Gun parody with Charlie Sheen, and it was called Hot Shots Part 2. Because they thought it would be funny to have the second movie come out before the first movie. It does not, because it came out in... It came out way before Stealth, and also before I think AI was really a thing. It's not a good movie. It's like a Top Gun / Rambo parody, and it's awful. And it has Charlie Sheen shooting a chicken with a bow, in which case I mean that, like, instead of an arrow, he has a chicken, and it's not nearly as funny as it seems like it ought to be, and it doesn't seem like it ought to be particularly funny in the first place. Oh, Alice, I will guess, and it's only guessing, that Top Gun 2 does not in fact have an evil AI, but that's a question that Hive would have to answer for us. There's no way we're gonna successfully do this run. The chicken goes all buggy-eyed. Yes it does. A fact that was heavily promoted on the movie posters. Stealth was the first 12 and up movies I saw in theaters because the adult who made the decisions had great taste. That's... We picked up that item and suddenly there were running footsteps, and now I'm terrified. Top Gun 2 can't have an evil AI because AI is lauded as the epitome of human progress by Silicon Valley. That's a joke, right? Rabbits, that's gotta be a joke. Please tell me that's a joke. Please tell me nobody lauds AI as the pinnacle of human anything. One of the themes of Top Gun 2 is about trying to hold on to a military that doesn't go full unmanned. So, Top Gun 2 is anti-drone? I mean, I'm also anti-drone, but I have a feeling it's for different reasons. I mean, that's... I don't know if I would say the pinnacle, Chronos, but flush toilets are pretty great. I mean, if Top Gun 2 is a propaganda movie, like the first one, why demonize the things that the technocrats are into? That's a good point. That's 100% a good point. I rescind my,
Isaac!
my complaint. I've seen those comics, Alice, and they are fucking awful. And the less said about them, the better. It's a fairly common trope in hentai. It's really gross. Luda says, probably because it's specifically targeting Top Gun fans, which are all ancient and scarred by now, scared of phones. Oh, Julie Beans, you've come in on a very odd stream. I hope that you're doing very well tonight, though. Hope that life is being kind to you. Everything is chaos, and that's okay. I don't want to fight this room. Joker. This room is terrible. I don't want to take either of those. 3-day weekend in the States, so I'm doing well. That sounds fabulous. I always enjoyed to have the longer weekends. It was not super common at the teaching job. Unless I was just blowing through my own paid holidays. With the boomer insult. But have you considered giving the phone customer service voice? Wait. What? I'm so confused. And that's okay. You know, Pancakes, you keep that up, and the word Morbius is just gonna stop having any meaning at all to me. And so, by all means, please keep that up. I would like Morbius just to be like a blank space in my field of vision. Luda says I tried to specifically not say boomer because I know it's Gen Xers who don't know how to phone do either, and who probably would like Top Gun. Well, let me think. I mean, I don't know how to do phone, so there's that, but I definitely don't like Top Gun, but I'm kind of late Gen X, so... Wait, like the old movie Forbidden Planet? Because, like, isn't Forbidden Planet ancient? Monster says I want a prequel series now starring Lesbius and progressing to just enough Bius for the cinematic finale. Okay, that's too much Stop-Bius. I feel like I've seen Forbidden Planet. Like... It definitely feels like a movie I would have watched. Okay. Wait. Oh, good. Okay, there was a bot. I don't know either, Pancakes. I think it's less that Morbius is really inherently particularly that funny, and more that the world is just so fucked up that we need to laugh at something, goddammit. And we've just kind of collectively decided to go with Morbius, which honestly I'm okay with. Also, the name is kind of absurd to say out loud, so there's that. Joke's on you, Leto. My brother loves Top Gun, and he's technically still a millennial. I mean, he could have seen it on VHS. Top Gun is totally a thing that existed on VHS. Sometimes a movie just gets collectively bullied, and that's beautiful. And it does seem to happen quite often in Jared Leto movies, so we're okay with that. So, the joke is that execs paid buco money just to have a shit movie made, and everybody hates it, and the joke is on us. I mean, that's the world, though. Wait. People liked Sonic 2, right? I have no memory of the reaction to Sonic 1. It is utterly gone from my brain meats. I know that people hated the ugly Sonic. And I feel like Sonic 1 just kind of came out, and then nobody talked about it. Okay, so it's actually good. He's a creep. Honestly, like, he's very much playing to type, because he is an absolute fucking creep in the Blade Runner sequel. Like, he just exudes grossness every moment he's on the screen. It was more the early version of Sonic that got memed. I mean, I remember the memeing, and I remember that, like, they changed out the Sonic, but just... And I'm sure that there must have been people reacting to Sonic in places that I could actually see that, but it is just utterly gone for me. I honestly only know Morbius from Suicide Squad, Jared Leto from Suicide Squad and Morbius. Honestly, he's just gross. He's a very gross person. And he seems to end up in roles that are gross like him. So he's kind of typecast at this point. Like the evil version of Bela Lugosi. Ugly Sonic is in the Chip and Dale movie, which is also a movie that exists. Do I want to see Chip and Dale movie? Like, I like the idea of that Roger Rabbit-esque cartoons and real world crossed type of thing that's going on. But I don't know. That's the curse of being old, Pancakes. You actually remember 30 Seconds to Mars. Honey Buddy had a copy of that? That was Jared Leto? Like, we never actually listened to it. It was just in her box of CDs. It's just a bunch of Lonely Island sketches as a movie, and also a really weirdly gross villain. Is that the Chip and Dale's movie that you're talking about, Alice? Or am I once again missing out on a plot thread? The Chip and Dale movie is a movie of which one of them got CGI surgery to keep up with the times. Yes. Wait, you lost 3 runs, Kronos? That's shocking. Oh, we can't erase Isaac? Come on now. Don't be like that. Now, I may not be able to focus very much at the moment because I'm trying not to die. So, by all means, please break out your most chaos energy. This would be the time for it. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Please stop. I just want to win this challenge, that's all. It's asking so precious little. Why does it keep flushing? It just keeps on playing the flush sound effect over and over again. I hate that. It's gross. Oh, for fuck's sakes. No, really, just die. Thank you. Hive says, I mean, it's not like I did any better, Ludo. I watched The Northman and Doctor Strange 2 and Top Gun 2 this year. The Northman was not... Oh, okay, so you did like it. I watched the whatchamacallit. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Really, though? Shoot. Made from Nick Sphere's podcast, they were talking about the Northman, and it actually sounded kind of interesting. Also great. I've got an item that turns everything into bombs now. I love that. I love that for us. Oh, I'm not losing this challenge. I refuse. It's not happening. Oh God. Okay, so I can't pick anything up. I love that for us. That's fabulous. Please, just let me... Release me. Release me from my pain. You can thank my good old friend, the Sea of Totally Legal Pirates. I mean... Aside from TOS, like, I would never get on anybody's case for black sailing it. And I will not say that that's how I watched The Sadness, but that is in fact totally how I watched The Sadness. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, Rabbits, this challenge is called Delete This, and the gimmick is that everything is glitched. So all the items... Not all the enemies. The enemies, I think, are the only things that aren't glitched. Like, the enemies actually act like the enemies are supposed to. But the music will glitch out, the floors are all wrong. Sometimes they'll use the wrong tiling in random places. It's fun. Peggy says, I'm going to go now. I hope everyone has a wonderful month. June is about to start, and then I hope that you have a great day, night, or whatever. Pancakes, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. It was wonderful to have a little bit of time with you. And in case we don't see you before your birthday, please have a wonderful birthday. I hope that you have all the cake that you could possibly want to have. Do not let Jared Leto moorball over you. We will not. We will not. Alice says, watch good movies. Wow. Movies are good. Also, what if I watch today Michael Bay, Pain and Gain? Why do you... What... Did you do something to yourself, Alice, that you have to now get revenge on yourself for doing? Because I don't see that as... Like, Pain and Gain doesn't seem like it would work out well for anybody. I'm sure the feeling was still appreciated. Hi. The mood came through. Right. Can't pick up anything. Don't touch nothing, don't take no damage. This is thankfully the last floor of the challenge, so... Oh fuck. Stop! You can't pick up anything, it turns into bombs. Oh shit. Fuck. Bombs. Double fuck. Double bombs. Oh god damn it. Okay. Okay. This is doable. I feel like the more bad movies I watch, the more I'll enjoy just anything that has anything going for it. Makes me appreciate the craft. And that's why I'm watching Pain and Gain with Alice today. Okay. I mean, as long as you're getting something out of it. Okay, Disco. Do not take any more damage. And by do not take any more damage, I mean do not. But actually, you could do this. You could totally do this. You are so close. And then the chaos can just start. More chaos, basically? Thank God! Hedonist is probably going to dip out 2 last official week of classes, and whoo boy, it's packed. Hedonist, you've got this. You can absolutely do this. We all believe in you. Keep that confidence high. Get all the sleep that you need. Please just wake up refreshed and well rested. And if you still feel tired, let me know, and I'll punch that tired right in the nose. Psychically. It'll have to be psychically, because I can't get on a plane or nothing. Hodge says, to Ludo, legitimately feel like watching Bayformers movies allowed me to just go with the flow with movies that my friends struggle with narratively, because, at least it made narrative sense compared to the Bayformers movies. I mean, like, hi, that's a very low bar to clear. Pain and Gain is a fascinating movie. It is 13 hours. That sounds awful. All right, I'm gonna quick stretch. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of coffee, foolishly. I'm gonna have myself some orange juice, slightly less foolishly. Have a cigarette, and then we're gonna do a challenge that's not glitched to hell, and that'll be good. But I will be back in just 2 minutes. Hive says, I think they actually trained me too, for a time anyway, connecting little clues together to get an understanding of the narratives of movies that are poorly scripted. Well, if you got something out of it, Hive, like, that's worthwhile, but... This is, I don't need to watch them anymore in that case, because I saw the Snowman. Do I need to watch the Snowman, or is Dan Olsen's video on it enough? Because I feel like Dan Olsen's video is enough. I watched the Bayformers People's Stand, and it was okay. What the People's Stand? What does that even mean? Like, did the Transformers stand people in the movie? Or is this like the Transformers make a country that's only for people? The Transformers get the rest of the world? And the country's named People's Stand? I disbelieve this. I'm sure that you're telling me the truth, Alice, but I just don't want to confront the fact that that's probably the truth. I hate that sentence, Alice, but I also, like, oh god. That does sound vaguely occult. I didn't, you know, if you had asked me as a child, could somebody make a live-action movie with millions and millions of dollars about giant fighting robots that transform into cars and trucks and planes and shit into something completely and utterly boring? I would not have been able to believe you. I would have thought that you were an adult telling me lies. But I completely fell asleep within maybe 15 minutes of the beginning of the last night. Where's the live-action Beast Wars movie, Hollywood? Hollywood is full of cowards, that's where it is, Ludo. I can't stand his Transformers movies just because, like, the screen, like, everything going on manages to be frenetic, overly busy, and yet completely boring at the same time. Like, the fights are just... It's almost like anti-action. There's just, like, a lot of stuff, but nothing's happening. Hive says, I also legitimately think Michael Bay is very good at his craft. Legitimately very good. But that's because his craft is making commercials and stretching budgets farther than other big-budget movies. That's fair. The Last Night is a movie where you could absolutely feel that Michael Bay hated it and was having a bad time making it. Well, he can dry his eyes on his giant wads of fucking money. Poor Michael Bay had a bad time. The visual noise of Bayformer movies is why we got unreadable Zack Snyder superhero action in Man of Steel. That's... I mean, I think you could draw a connection there, Ludo. The action in his movies was at least easily to understand visually before. Are we including Dawn of the Dead here? Because, like, there's some bits of Dawn of the Dead that just, like, do not work visibly or visually. Last night is Bay's answer to end of Evangelion? Oh my god, Wasby. Wasby, you're throwing a glove there. Like, it's... The garage scene in... And they're like the most... They feel like the most action-heavy scenes, but, like, the garage scene... There's just, like, stuff happens... Kinda out of nowhere in my memory. And the bus... Not bus crash, but they like, make their little armored cars... The scene where the armored cars crash, and there's the chainsaw accident, and it's kind of visually confusing at first, like, what the fuck actually happened? Haven't seen Last Night, by the way, totally done with Bay movies. You're not missing out. It's just exhausting. It's, like, really weirdly filtered, too. I mean, not Last Night, but that particular scene. Everything after they escape the mall, it's like there's a blue filter on it that's not present in the rest of the film. The last one I watched was Six Underground, which is one of the most thematically ugly things I've seen. Six Underground. Isn't that the Sneaker Pimp song? Because, like, that's actually, in my memory, kind of a good song. With Bayformers, the noise is the point as much as they're kinetic in ways that border on experimental, but the hilarious thing is, in 3 and 4 are much more readable than the rest of them. Huh. Oh, okay. But it does remind me that I want to listen to that song again. Follows a group of people that fake their deaths and decide to form a vigilante team in order to stage a coup d'etat against a ruthless dictator. I hate that. I hate everything about that. That sounds awful. Well, it probably sounds more awful just because it's in combination with Michael Bay. Like, I suppose you could do something interesting with that, but... They put a blue filter on because blue light wakes brain meats up, and they were worried about the audience falling asleep. Not impossible. This challenge is double trouble. Everything is doubled in the game. Every enemy, and it's fun. It's super fun. It takes place in the fake Central Asian nation of Turkestan. Is that because the movie's fucking turgid? It's interesting. Wasby, it's not that bad early on, but when you get towards the end of the challenge, when you're in the womb, and it's just, there's so many fucking enemies in a room at any given time. Oh, fudge. 3 steps back often enough to frame the action as more epic in scope. 4 actually allows normal action scenes visual grammar. Probably because it was filmed for 3D and Michael Bay didn't want to make people sick. He was actually averse to shooting in 3D because he didn't want to make people sick. I mean, at least he knows his own flaws as a director. Did they give us curved horn? They did indeed, and I love it. Magnet S. Johnson, who made his fortune in magnets? I mean, that's fair. I like magnets. Oh wait, what did I miss? I also need to paste this also from American... Hold on a second. American billionaire and philanthropist Magnet... Wait, his name is actually Magnet S. Johnson? What? That can't be real. You're pulling my chain here. Alice, you're pulling my chain. Please tell me you're pulling my chain. Why? What? Why? Well, okay. Let me check something. I just want to be clear about something. Was this movie intended to be goofy? Like, if it was intended to be goofy, I could kinda... Okay, sure. Dude's name is Magnet? But I'm guessing that there's not, like, that's not actually, like, a punchline that he was going for? If Michael Bay didn't want people to get sick, why did he cast Shia LaBeouf? Oh, Shia. God. What was it with, like, just late 90s, early to mid 2000s actors with eminently punchable faces? Because it feels like it was a whole thing. Was there like a weird genetic spread? Or just like all the kids that were born within a certain time period just had massively punchable faces? I mean, they're punchable in a different way from the kid from Zombieland, who I always get confused with the kid from Social Network. But they're still like eminently punchable. I don't want Scissors. Scissors is not good. It has goofy moments, but also it's Bay's most right-wing movie. Lovely. Hive says, anyways, I think I really like Doctor Strange 2 because it's a pure chase film that takes great pleasures in taking the perfunctory MCU mandated things and running them through an Evil Dead-like blender in such a gleeful and spiteful way. I am most likely going to sit down with it eventually. I will black sail it just because I don't want to go to the movie theaters. But I mean, it seems like it could be pretty neat. And I am a fan of pretty neat. I enjoyed Doctor Strange 2 a lot, I think. Maybe. It's a bit on the weird side. I mean, I also enjoy very weird movies, so, like, this could be exciting. I am feeling ever more excited. Alright, you get that. You get this. I feel confident about this run, which is probably a bad sign, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. I almost said I was gonna run with it anyways, but then I'd have like run twice in the same sentence, and that just feels... It didn't feel right. We did get kind of a strong start though. And I do like that. Now the question is, like, did Michael Bay pay any royalties money to the Sneaker Pimps for using that title? And if so, did the lead singer from that song actually see any of it? Because if I remember correctly, she got iced out of the band. Which is, like, a total shame, because she's the only good thing about that band. Are you in the band? Thank you, Osby. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like he was giddy to make a comic book movie again, but then he had to include the MCU bits, and he... One second. He did so in ways that were like, oh, you need me to do this? Well, let me apply a monkey's paw to your demand, and turn it into another black humor gag for my horror-ish movie. I mean, this is the man who directed Darkman, so... they should have known what they were going to be getting. I should watch Darkman again. It's got Dr. Giggles in it. And he's playing a far less offensive character than he did in Dr. Giggles. Which, granted, would not be particularly difficult to do. That movie was terrible in just about every conceivable way. Wait, hold up, back up. There were Darkman sequels? How did I not know about this? Because I did not know that Darkman sequels were a thing. Unless I knew that, and I just completely wrote it out of my memory. Which, I mean, that would be like me. That would be a very me thing to do. Wait, Darkman Book of Shadows? Is it a crossover with Silent Hill? Because there was a Silent Hill game for the PSP called Book of Shadows that was really, really terrible and nobody liked. And everybody forgets all the time. Because it was like a top-down mystery dungeon type of thing and it didn't make any fucking sense at all. I returned with some cereal. It took me a minute to realize that you were neither talking about Darkman nor Silent Hill. Die Darkman Die that's an amazing title for a movie. I think we should have more movies that lean into the German. Oh god, I hate this. This room, too many things. Far too many things in this room. Please die, everything, now. That was a lot. That room was a lot. Those are amazing titles, though. Wait. Wasn't Book of Shadows? I thought it was Book of Shadows. Okay. I was wrong. Book of Memories. And I can't imagine the creative team liked it very much. None of the screenshots or video footage I've seen of it looks like anything that was particularly loved by its dev team. It looks vaguely sharded out. God, just... I think Book of Shadows is the Blair Witch sequel. Okay. That sounds right. I'm not gonna bother looking it up, but I'm pretty sure that y'all are right. And Hive says, I found it funny that it seems people's enjoyment of Doctor Strange 2 is inversely proportional to their enjoyment of MCU for doing MCU. Yes, many worms. What about the Blair Vivitch? Could we get a Blair Vivitch sequel? Because I think that would be pretty good. Found footage movies about goats? Can't go wrong with that. Who gets Virgo? Otomeza! It's Otomeza! If the challenge is this bad already, it's just gonna get worse. This is gonna be like all pain all the time. And I love that for us, honestly. What would actually make this challenge work? Like, we need something that just completely makes one of the characters OP, so we can just cakewalk it. Could you come? Oh, for fuck's sakes. I mean, I would, Hive. I could use some deliciosity. I think we could all use a little bit of deliciosity. Monsters has been recommended to watch Chronicle because it's a found footage superhero movie. No idea if it's good yet, but I had it highly recommended. This is the first time I've heard of it. And it's from 2012. Then I mean, don't feel bad because I had no idea there was even a thing that existed. Chronicle's apparently very good, but it's written by Max Landis. Oh, that's gross. We don't appreciate any Max Landising in this chat because he is gross. What could I do to live more deliciously? Probably get a better spice balance for my curry. I mean, I think it's okay, but it's not like it's not special. It's not restaurant curry. Oh god. We're only on the 3rd fucking floor? This is terrible. Please, worms, stop spitting. Why must you do this to me? Oh, fudge. Oh, double fudge. Just evil, these things. They're just evil, evil worms. And I hate them. Oh, okay, that's not gonna work for us. Oh, shit. I yawned for like 1 second. Could you stop shooting me? For 1 fucking second, please. I'm asking so very little. Wasby, you're not wrong. With this particular character, yes. So, Jacob and Asau's gimmick is that you control both characters. Usually the one character is just mirroring whatever the primary character does. But you can hold down the R2 button and it'll lock the character into place. And you can kind of get them into a spot. You can use that because they've got a deal where if you use a bomb, both characters will place a bomb at the cost of only one. So you basically get double bombs, which is pretty cool. The problem is that when the characters get desynced, Head out for the day. Thanks for the stream. Jilly, it was wonderful to have you here. I hope that you have a very, very nice 3-day weekend. And that life continues to treat you gently and leave you safely. When you get desynced, it can be a real pain to get them back together without taking damage. So that's kind of the downside of it. Also, they both have hitboxes. So that's kind of a bit of a problem. Oh god. You, sir, are poop. Wait, who's doing a what? Wait. Ludo says I always read it as the whole thing being in Isaac's head, which would make them brainworms. I mean, at the very least, the ending that you get with Delirium and the ending that you get from the true ending kind of support that thesis, but in very different ways, Ludo. Well, what am I gonna do with this? It's basically Isaac gamifying his traumatic childhood in my brain. In his brain is my headcanon. But yeah, I mean, you're not precisely wrong with that. Again, depending on which ending that you decide is going to be your go-to canon ending. Something about a puppet. Do we get Risu to play a puppet character? In this context, what's a puppet character? Are we doing live action puppet fighting? Which would be terrifying. Oh fudge. I should have used that differently. Why am I drinking this coffee? This is like my 5th cup of coffee of the day? That can't be good. What you're doing now, but in a fighting game. That sounds challenging. A character that controls a secondary character in a fighting game. So like that, the Clockwork Kid in, BlazBlue? What's his name? Carl? Is his name actually Carl? Like, everybody else gets really cool names and he gets stuck with Carl? God, how sad. That's like the saddest thing in the world. I mean, I guess Clover's kind of a cool name. But otherwise, yes, sad. We're gonna go with sad. I don't want that. That's off to a bad start.
Bercano.
Bercano. Wait. Well, let's see what this does.
Black.
Well, I hate that. That was not great. Carl Clover is a better name than Ragnar the Blood Edge? I roll to disbelieve. I mean, it's not a name that I would want, but it's a pretty fabulous name. I love your Cedric names even if they don't work half the time. See? Kronos agrees with me. Ragnar the Blood Edge is a more honest name. Wait, what? How? Do you mean like... Are we implying that Carl is either not a Carl or not a Clover? Eh? Wait, is that the... Isn't there like a... What? I feel like I know what you're referring to, Kronos, but it's not like... It's not clicking? It's like a magic card? You know what's a dishonest name? Geese Howard. Dude has nothing to do with birds. Mood? Just absolutely. I agree with you 100%. He's a lying liar who lies. Geese. My ass. Wait, how do I do this now? You get this. You get this. And then... You get the HP up. Pop that. And eat that. Okay, that kind of sort of didn't really work at all. Is there a mod that makes Geese Howard into like a actual flock of geese? Because that would be amazing and I would support that. Can we petition the devs to make that a thing? He could fight flock of seagulls? Okay, then just one goose. If we must. But I still think it would be better as a whole flock. Yeah, okay, you get the book. Golden Razor is... I mean, actually kind of good, but I don't like it anyways, so I'm just not going to use it and be foolish. Also, how have we made it this far? Because I feel like I should be dead. You could shoot seagulls in Valheim, which the lighthouse says is very bad. Okay. I guess? I don't know precisely what that means, but I'm sure it means something of significance. Where's Valheim? And Hive says, mod him into a tall geese. Well, you wouldn't want a short one. Doesn't make any sense. Short geese. Geese are well known for being tall. I think I've used up, like, all of my brain energy. And I hate that for us, but... It's also kind of comfortable feeling, so there's that. Please, just die. I ask so very little. All I want is your death. Oh, fuck. Fuck. You are just extremely annoying. Stopwatch? I love that shit. Yes, hook my ass up. with your stopwatch love. I would appreciate that. We might, just might. Why is there no Isaac item that gives you a parry? Why is there no Isaac item that gives you a Luke parry? That's what I want to know. I'm trying to think of, I mean, you could kind of sort of parry with Dark Arts, but that's more of like a dodge and cut in half. That's kind of what parrying is, right? Parrying is just dodging with your sword. Why does my nose itch so much? It's not even like the inside of the nose, it's the outside, and I hate it. Now, I believe there was a battery in the shop that we could get. I mean, that's how it works, right? That's how dodging works. I might be misunderstanding things, but I don't think I am. Nanka Okashi. Oh fuck, right. Double bosses! They are awesome! Okay, but I need them all to die is the thing. I'm gonna briefly parry the stream to get some juice, be right back. Hopefully we will still be here when you come back. I guess I mean specifically the game mechanic where you do an input to prevent an incoming attack without moving. You are correct. There's nothing in Isaac that does something like that. For better and or for worse. Although I am kind of glad that there's really only so many different mechanics in Isaac, because my brain meats don't do a really great job of holding on to a whole bunch of different pieces of information all at once. It's enough for me to mostly remember what items do.
Speed up.
Now, the amusing thing, of course, is that there's like 637 different items, and I think I've got most of them pretty well down. There's a lot of items. I think it would just be sick to have a bullet hell game with a parry mechanic. I wonder, like, are there any that do that? Most of my knowledge of like bullet hell games kind of stopped with late 80s, early 90s arcade games, so I don't have the newest deets, unfortunately. Cross has actually tried adding a parry mechanic in my demo level, but I literally could not make it work without it feeling like complete garbage. Alright, just start with color-coded bullet consumption, which is a nifty trick that I forget to use every single time I play, until about like 3/4 of the way through the level. But also the dodge. Basically what I'm saying is I'm not very good at demo. Yeah, we'll give that to you. You could use the HP. We want as much HP as possible, to be honest. Deflector apparently, also Fury apparently. I thought Fury was like, like a sword dueling kind of game. I should give that another shot because, I mean, I do own it. And it came from PS Plus, so I mean, I've just got it. I could download it anytime. I don't think I'd want to do it on stream, though, because I remember that I struggled with it a lot. Oh, Casey? That's kind of, I guess. It is bullet hell patterns from what I recall seeing about it. Okay. Why did I use this here? When this is absolutely something that I should be using on the next room? Oh! Casey reflex, yes. Although now that, I mean, if we're including reflect in that, Tainted Samson's melee attack will deflect bullets, but it's not really anything as refined as parrying. You basically just swing a bone club at things and hope it goes away. So more of a melee that's pretending to be a parry. Again, not Luke parry, so it's not really the same. Oh damn. Reflects are sick to a bunch of KOF characters have them? Oh, reflects are sick to a bunch of KOF characters have them. I gotcha. I was a little bit confused there for a moment. Because prepositions suck? Pills! I hate that! That's actually kind of cool, though. We might. It's a pretty big might, but we might actually be able to do this challenge. And that would make me very happy. Because then, I wouldn't need to do it on this file ever again.
Isaac!
Mama! Why's it gotta be Smurf Mom?
Isaac!
I hate that for us.
Isaac!
Mama!
Isaac!
Also, I just realized that if we had kept the shovel, we could have basically skipped all these floors. We would have died in the womb, but, you know, I'm still here for skipping. Off topic, but there's this one Twitter account called There's No Cat in This Image, and it posts pictures where you have to find the cat. I can never find the cat. I mean, it's right there in the name, right? There's no cat in this picture. That's how that works. There's no cat. The cat is a lie. Why do these deals with the devil suck, though? Why you gotta be like this, game? Why do you have to tease me? Always with the teasing. Oh, fuck, I keep on... Oh shit, we got an XL floor! This is perfect! In that it's gonna make the run finish sooner. Thank God. I keep on remembering that I've got to do Blender tomorrow, and I keep on hating it. Oh, fudge. I'm not dying to eye stalk men. I refuse steadfastly to lose this run. If we have to fight double matriarchs, I will probably cry though. Because that would make me very sad. Because it would fucking suck. Oh, please, give me the boss room. I ask so very little. Because the cat is fur perfectly blends in with the wooden floor. I mean, cats are very sneaky like that. Like a cat that'll cover itself in sprinkles to hide at an ice cream factory. You wouldn't be able to find that cat. That cat, that would be like a ninja. Maybe the trees grow the color they do so they could blend in with cats. That would be extremely sneaky, Losby. And I like the sound of that. I like the cut of your jib. Probably those Norwegian cats, they got like wood camo. Wait, what? We have camo cats? I love that. Do they have like tactical vests? There's a manga called, I think, Night of the Living Cats. It's a relatively recent one where it's like a zombie post-apocalypse, except it's if you get bitten by a cat, you turn into a cat. Like just a cat. Not like a monster cat, not like a werecat, but like just a straight up house cat. It's a lot because they play it completely straight. Like they play it as though it were a post-apocalyptic zombie horror thriller with all of the anguish that you would expect from that. I don't think I love it, but I love the fact that it exists. Oh fuck. Really though? You don't wanna be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be cruel. People have been isekai'd into worse things, I suppose. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah. Oh fuck. So many bugs. I don't think it's an isekai though. I mean, I think it's just like this is our world. It's a completely normal Tokyo. And then the cats took over and they turned everyone into cats. As cats are wont to do. One case is becoming a vending machine, which is yet to get an anime adaptation. Clearly we have been robbed. Oh fuck. Okay, but everybody has blood lasers. I can't believe we're actually going to survive this run. I can't believe we're not going to survive this run. No, we probably will. I think we've got enough going on as far as HP that we could probably tank the damage. I wish we could have switched the books, just so that I could put us some extra HP on, Red Boy, but we should be able to get this one. And that would be nice. Loki. Loki, you ain't got shit. I'm sorry, but you are actually shitless. Which, maybe is for the best? Okay, look, they gave me Brimstone now. Why? Why? You need both characters to survive. If either character dies, then they both die. It's kind of a lot. But this is the last boss because this challenge only goes to Mom's Foot. Or, not to Mom's Foot, to, well, to It Lives. But I think we've got this, honestly. The Brimstone was really just kind of overkill at the end. But for the later bullet hell bosses, like Delirium and Mother, really, because Mother's got a lot of bullet patterns that are pretty tight together, and it's really hard to get them to dodge and get them out of the way. And Delirium's just telefraggy all the time, so that sucks. And we won Broken Glasses! Woohoo! Now, we don't have a ton of time left, so I'm gonna take a really quick break, have a cigarette, and oh shit! We could try doing some Lost runs on Greedier mode, which is a little bit shorter than things usually go. So that would be a way to eat the rest of the stream, I think. But give me 2 seconds, let me stretch a bit. I'm not gonna make another cup of coffee, I'm done with the coffee for tonight, and I will be right back. Stretch! I don't know if I even remember how to use Blender for stitching, so that's gonna be a problem. And it's all just to get like 15 minutes on the front of the run, or on the front of the stream. Kinda cheesed about that. I know it won't be like that bad once I actually get down to do it, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt. And there's always like there's like at least a 40% chance that it's gonna crash. Chrono says I went out for a walk the other day, and 20 minutes I had to beeline back because a thunderstorm was fast approaching. Is it? Damn it! I know that feeling though, and I hate it. You wake up in the morning, it's like blue skies, everything looks great. You take a big stretch and you're like, I'm gonna go outside today and touch grass. I'm gonna run some errands that absolutely must be run. I'm gonna do my laundry that absolutely must be done. And you get out there, you get it started, and you're like, well, fuck. Here comes a thunderstorm. And you're made out of acid, so you don't want to be out in the rain because you just melt. Oh, my nose itches so much, I hate it. Why? Why? Why must it itch? I'm a block away from an open field, but it's also next to a school, so I'm less likely to go there whenever I want. Will they, like, the school kids stand out near the edge of the recess yard and, like, tease you or something? Because school kids, they can be mean like that. Oh, of course there was a blank card. Of course there was. Why would there not be a blank card? I hate that. Oh, crumbs, but we don't have the money for the crane game. Crane games are always awful. Alright, let us die, and die honorably. And by honorably, I mean just like, just get mangled. Never that bad, but one at the playground asked me if I had ever married, which caught me completely off guard. That's a pretty wild question to just ask a random stranger on the street. I can't think of any context as a child or an adult where that would have been something I would do. Wow, yeah, that would be hella weird. I don't think I ever got asked that question. Yeah. Now is not the time for me to be smoking. This is a mistake. I am mistook and shook. Especially not when flying enemies could just pop up at any fucking moment. I mean, I've been asked if I were married when I was teaching, but it feels like slightly less of a weird question in that particular context, because it's just kind of like making small talk. Although, now that I think about it, I wouldn't ask that question, so I wonder why the students thought it was okay. We should probably pick up the blank card, even though we don't have a holy card. I got that question a few times. It's weird. Do you know there was a Smash tournament where one of the contestants dressed up as an Among Us character? I saw that. Hive shared that with me. It was some form of hilarious. And they won too, right? Oh god. Please, please go away. I need Steven to die. I mean, not any specific Steven in the real world, just this enemy named Steven. Because the little one flies, and that's a big-ass problem for us. There we go. Okay, we're safe now. Excuse the fuck out of me? We was over rocks? We was over rocks? The match I saw they lost, but they fist bumped the opponent through the window? That's hilarious. I like that. I'm glad the kids got their Among Us. They seem to enjoy it quite a lot. They're not going to give us a holy card, and that's kind of a problem. But backpack could be pretty nice for us. Those are red Among Us in the background of some of the Strive sets. That's great. I love that. I encourage goofiness of all stripes. I do not want the D100, but I mean, it was worth making a play for. We did get spider mod, so even if we die, we did get the best item in the game. Because I love spider mod. They are so cute. Not as cute as any of my mods, but even still, you know. Sure, we'll take it. It could be fun. Did we? Yeah, I think we squeezed this floor for everything. 2 of clubs is...
2 of clubs.
Fine? Why did I... Oh, wait. Did I want to charge that? I don't think so, because I think 2 of clubs has got like a 12-room charge on it. They changed the way blank card worked now, that... The way that blank card works now, so that different items are... Okay, Scope, stop. Engage brain meats, then start talking. Different cards give different charge times off of blank card, and I'm pretty sure that the doubling cards, like 2 of hearts, 2 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, and 2 of spades, all take a 12-room charge, which is kind of not great. We also did just get the best trinket in the game, which is fabulous, and we love that for us. Wait, cat image? Wait, what? Wait, where? What? Oh, okay. Because there's a trinket in the shop called Child's Drawing, which has a cat image on it, and I thought you were talking about that, Hive. I was, as quite often I am, very confused. This trinket that we just picked up here gives you 2 seconds of shielding. Wait, what? Oh, come on! There was an invisible enemy? Oh, buggery. Buggery. Go! We had a really good setup. No, I am salty. I am very salt. worse than a bad Angelina Jolie movie. Wait, that was Salt, right? That was Jolie? I don't remember. All of these bad movies, they all just kind of bleed into one. They're not purely invisible. They're kind of, they're a similar color to the floor, but usually they don't have any detail on them. So you can kind of see them as a floor-colored, like, enemy-shaped blob. But they wouldn't have, like, the lines here for the boards or anything like that. So you can see them. It's more of a camouflage than, like, pure invisibility. Well, actually, no, now that I think about it, there are a couple enemies, like, there is a champion type that does fade in and out of pure invisibility, but they have a fade on them. So that's not really the same thing.
Holy card.
But the one that I got killed by, like, I would have been able to see it if I was paying attention. So that was definitely an on-me death, but I still kind of hate it. Because we could have gotten a lot of mileage out of that trinket. 2 seconds of shielding on every enemy killed is a lot of invincibility. Especially in greedier mode, because you've just got a lot of enemies that show up at the same time. And the shielding stacks. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment. But that is why I took the loss, because the lost runs, tainted lost runs tend to be fairly quick. Because the tainted lost has exactly 1 hit, unless you can find extra holy cards, which we currently do not have. And also, no 9 lives for resurrection, no holy mantle, but technically better tier items throughout the game, and all items that proc on damage and give HP are removed from the item pool, which is appreciated. Because they would be useless. Tainted Loss can't compare to Softsell's Tainted Love. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm willing to back your play on that one. Okay, look, you gotta fucking go away, buddy. Not you, Ludo, the giant ball of flies. I would never tell Ludo to go away. That would be evil and foolish. Unless it's the item, Ludo, because there's very few items that actually synergize well with it. For all the new synergies that they added in the game, they have yet to do anything particularly good with Ludovico technique. And I kind of hate that. What if I turn into a bag of flies, though? Like in the Metamorphosis style Metamorphosis? If you turn into a bag of flies, I promise I would not throw an apple at you, where it would become lodged in your carapace, and then you would die. I wouldn't want that to happen. I also wouldn't make you feel bad for not being able to go to work. And I definitely wouldn't charge people rent. Or no. They charge... Don't they charge people admission to come see the giant bug? I forget how that works. You would be a pretty good Alice in Chains album, but not really a top tier Alice in Chains album. Or a mid to top tier spacebar item in Isaac. Either of those? Oh, fucks. Yeah. You'll pay me with exposure. I'm going to ask you to keep your pants on, Kronos. You're a good friend, and I will always appreciate you modding for me, but you don't have to expose yourself to me. I think that would make both of us really uncomfortable. I would like to also make that extremely clear that that's just a joke. That's probably not a very good one, but was 100% intended to be, like, purely a joke. People die of exposure. Hi, thank you. Thank you for saving that. I appreciate you. I feel like 99% less awkward right at this moment. Game, what are you doing? Why would we can't take number 2? Well, I mean that's pretty good timing, Wasby. Especially because I'm probably gonna die again soon. So if somebody offers me to draw art for them in exchange for exposure, that means they actually mean to kill me. I mean, are they exposing themselves or are they exposing you? Do you have any secrets, some skeletons in your closet that we should not know about? And if so, could you completely let us know? Because, I mean, I like juicy gossip. I'm a fan. I have at least one skeleton. I'm not sure about you lot. I mean, but do you keep it in your closet? I have a skeleton in my closet. He's named Bob. He's made of plastic. I love that. Wasby, I honestly 100% love that. Cannot confirm nor deny. I'm just gonna fall over laughing if little Steven is what makes us run a winner. I don't expect that to be the case, but it would still be pretty damn funny. What is a body but a skeleton closet? I mean, it's a closet made out of meat. I feel like I need to workshop that. That sounds like something that somebody would need to call the police for. Or maybe more specifically something that people would desire to call the police for, because nobody ever needs to call the police. We will definitely take Pact. My body's a temple, old, overused, cliched. My body's a meat closet, new, original, disturbing in an intriguing way. See, I bring these things to you, my wonderful friends, for giving me the gift of your time. Actually, you know what? Let's take pay to play. That might work out for us long term. Because now we don't need keys anymore. We don't even need Milton keys. This implies a skeleton is a piece of wardrobe, which implies further that you are never truly naked. Well, I mean, well, hold on a second here. Can you... Do you take the skeleton out of the meat closet? But then you... Wardrobe goes on the body. So, like, you could encase your fleshy bits in, like, a skeletal carapace, which means I got to use the word carapace twice in one stream, which makes me really happy. Honestly. But also, I kind of love that. I don't know entirely how this works, but I want it. Yes, like Kamen Rider. Or the Guyver, who is completely different from MacGyver. Like, you don't want to get those two mixed up. Okay, for the short time that I'm going to be alive for the rest of this run, it's going to be like very zappy noise for a while. I apologize that it's probably going to be a little bit annoying, but I'm also probably going to die relatively quickly, so I ask you only to bear with me. Oh my god, that is just extremely zappy, and I kind of hate it. I don't know when they changed the sound effect for Tech 1 and Tech 2, but holy shit, did they go overboard on it? I mean, we do have fleshy bits in our skeletons. I mean, this is true. Hive, you're not wrong about that. Oh fuck. I did not die there on purpose, but I'm also kind of glad that I died, because if I'd been playing this on my own, I would have turned off all the sound effects and just cranked up whatever I was listening to on the iTunes. This one's an okay. I mean, I probably could have slid by the green dude, but my reaction time is pretty much out the window at this point. My parents had some VHS tapes of the Guyver. I was so confused when I heard MacGyver being referenced because I thought it was the same thing. That would be... I think that would kind of throw a kid off their game. Yeah? Alright. Well, we managed to pick up 2 fairly tough challenges. Got those out of the way. So I'm happy about that. This week's streams will be tomorrow and Thursday. Next week is when I think it's going to get kind of weird. Hold on a second. Let me check and just make sure. Yeah, like from next week it's gonna be like different every fucking week because my work days are different every week, but this week we got tomorrow and Thursday, and I'm gonna start Slime Rancher. It's not gonna be family friendly, but I am kind of intending it to be a little bit of a break from everything that's going on in the world for a little while, so I'm not like gonna automatically yellow card topics or anything, but like trying to keep things just a little bit low stress, because I got a feeling everybody's just... Well, I know I'm really stressed recently, and there's just a lot that is stressful. I don't know if that's me being presumptuous to assume that all y'all might have a lot on your plates at the moment, but I'm gonna try to, barring any further catastrophes, which I shouldn't even fucking say because, frankly, we've had like a catastrophe every week for the past... how many months? I don't even know. Can we talk about Morbius, though? Yes. Yes. I mean, yeah, we could goof off on Morbius because really it's all in good fun. The Morbs, but it's kind of that's the aim for this series, and I honestly don't know anything about Slime Rancher, so I'm gonna look into it if it's got like if it's a sandbox or if it's got an actual like story mode, so we can kind of figure out how long we're gonna do it. I mean, if there's a story mode, we'll just use it as our next long form, and we'll play it into the end. If it's more of a sandboxy thing, I'll have to kind of think about a good break-off point for it, but that's something that we can work out in the next couple of streams. But it's 3 hours 7 minutes, which means it's actually probably been closer to 3.5 hours because of the game crash earlier on. That means it's definitely time for my ass to get to sleep, and quite possibly time for y'all's to get to sleep as well. I appreciate this time that you spent with me. It means a lot. Don't feel like you've got to, don't feel like it's an obligation. Your meat space lives come first, but the fact that you do choose to spend time here with me, it is deeply, deeply appreciated. So please do be taking care of yourselves. As Descartes once famously said, I think, therefore I morb. I love it. I love it. We could get the disco morb going on. Please be drinking all the water that you need to be drinking. If you're on medications, be taking them on schedules. Know that there's folks out here who are rooting for your well-being and your best lives, and that's me. I'm folks, but I'm not the only one. You got other folks out there that are rooting for you too, and I hope that you're remembering that. But that pretty much does it for us here at this Go About. So from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.